dichloromethane. Okay, dichloromethane. DCM. Hey, silent. DCM or methylene chloride is an organic compound with the formula CH2Cl2. In your examination, this question arises. Okay, different compounds and their uses. This is colorless volatile liquid with a moderately sweet aroma. Is widely used as a solvent. Aroma hotel is there in Balesan, at Balesan. Means sweet odor and sweet taste. Although it is not miscible with water, it is miscible with many organic solvent. Okay, it is not miscible with water. It is miscible in organic solvent, dichloromethane. DCM is produced by treating chloromethane with chlorine gas at 400 to 500 degrees Celsius. Chloromethane with chlorine, CH3Cl plus Cl2, CH2Cl2 plus HCl. Okay, this is the method of preparation of chloromethane. Then uses dichloromethane is useful solvent for many chemical process. Dichloromethane is a useful solvent for many chemical processes. It is widely used as a paint, striper and degreaser. Okay. In the food industry, it has been used to decaffeinate coffee and tea as well as to prepare the extracts of hops and other flavorings. Coffee is bitter in taste. Okay, that's why to decrease the bitter in taste, decaffeinate is a process used as a blowing agent for polyurethane foams. Okay, blowing means at high pressure it will be blowing. Then it is also used in soap manufacturing. It is a solvent in paint removers. Just like your nail polish removers. The paint, if you want to paint with other color, then paint remover is required. Degreasing fluids, aerosol propellants and hair lacquers. Then tetrachloromethane. The next compound is tetrachloromethane. Okay, this is the compound tetrachloro. Tetra means 4. Chlorine atoms are attached to the central carbon. It is also known as carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. It was formerly used as fire extinguishers, as a precursor to refrigerants and as a cleaning agent. It is colorless liquid with a sweet smell that can be detected at low levels. It is mainly produced from methane. This is the method of preparation of carbon tetrachloride, methane plus 4Cl2, CCl4 plus 4HCl. Then uses. Carbon tetrachloride was used to produce the chlorofluorocarbon. It is an important refrigerant. Okay. Then carbon tetrachloride. Why you are talking? Then carbon tetrachloride has also been used in the detection of neutrinos. Then it is useful solvent for halogenations. Halogenation reaction means chlorination, fluorination, bromination and iodination. For this process, it is used as a very useful solvent. Carbon tetrachloride was widely used as a dry cleaning solvent. Dry cleaning. For the process of dry cleaning, carbon tetrachloride is also used. One of the most potent hepatotoxins, toxic to the liver, so that it is widely used as scientific research to evaluate the hepatoprotective agents. Okay. For the research procedure, for the research purpose, we have to induce a disease. For example, for diabetes, streptozotocin, alloxan and streptozotocin, these are the chemical agents. When they are introduced into the preclinical animals, just like your rabbit and rats, mice, okay, the diabetes can be induced by using streptozotocin and alloxan. Just like it is an inducing agent for hepatotoxicity. Okay, carbon tetrachloride is used as induction of hepatotoxicity. Okay, we can use carbon tetrachloride for the induction of hepatotoxicity in preclinical animals. Then it will be treated by any standard drugs or test drugs. If you want to discover a drug from the plant sources or from any synthetic chemical agents, how you can test this drug act on the liver cell and it will correct the hepatotoxicity. How you can test? You have to compare the standard drug with the test drug. Whatever you may be testing for your any type of natural drugs or synthetic drug or semi-synthetic drug, what is the action, what is the useful action of that drug, of your drug, you have to discover. For your PhD work or for your any research work, you want to discover discover any synthetic, natural or semi-synthetic agent that will act on liver cell and it will detoxify the liver cell. It will remove the hepatotoxicity. How you can measure the standard of that drug? You will compare with the best drug. You will compare with the standard drug of among your drug. Okay, that's why we have to first induce that type of disease. For the induction of hepatotoxicity, the carbon tetrachloride is used. Then it is also used as a starting material or building block for making other chemicals and is used for some consumer products. Different starting material, for example, when you are at 5th semester or 6th semester, different starting materials are used for the production of or for the synthesis of medicinal agents. For example, paracetamol, diclofenac, and other important drugs. The starting material is very simple. These are the organic materials, simple materials. By a chain reaction, by a 4 or 5 step reaction, the final product will be synthesized from the starting material, and this is used as a starting material for the production of many medicinal or chemical agents. Okay, then iodoform. It is also known as triiodomethane. Okay, and carbon triiodide and methyl triiodide. It is organoiodine. It is here 2 iodine, but in case of 2, the 3 iodine has to be attached. Okay, it is the organoiodine compound with the formula CHI3. One of the hydrogen will be replaced and iodine is there. This is a mistake. Okay, it is pale yellow crystalline volatile substance. It has a penetrating and distinctive odor and analogs to chloroform and sweetish taste. It is sweetish in taste. Okay, and iodoform was prepared by ethanol and acetone with iodine. This is ethanol, this is ethyl alcohol, this is your ethyl alcohol plus iodine plus sodium hydroxide. Then iodoform CHI3. This is one method of preparation. Then from the acetone also CH3CO CH3. Okay, it is acetone plus 3I2 plus 4NaOH. The iodoform also prepared. By these two ways, these are the two methods of preparation of iodoform. It is occasionally used as a disinfectant. Here it has been written that is disinfectant. What is the meaning of disinfectant? Two terms are there in the pharmaceutics. It has been studied what is disinfectant and what is antiseptic. These are the two similar terms. And what is the difference between antiseptic and disinfectant? Antiseptic means it is antimicrobial agents that will be used in animate. In case of any type of animals, you are using for your any type of infection, you are using what? Antiseptics. But for the non-animate animals, the substances which have no life, that means any type of disease, any type of medical instruments, syringe, and forceps, okay, any type of utensils, dishes, If you want to kill the microorganism in that places, you have to use the disinfectant. Both disinfectant and antiseptic are used for killing the microorganism, but antiseptic is used in animate in case of animal or the where the life is present, but the disinfectant is used where the life is absent. Okay, this is the difference between antiseptic and disinfectant. It has been studied in pharmaceutics. Okay, it was used in medicine as a healing and antiseptic dressing for wounds and sores. It is the active ingredient in many ear powders for dogs, cats, along with zinc oxide and propanoic acid, which are used to prevent the infection and facilitate removal of ear hair. Okay. Next, we will discuss about the alcohols. This is all about your alkyl halide. Then we discuss about alcohols. This is alcohol. The organic compound which has OH is the functional group are called alcohols. The general formula of alcohol is CnH2n plus 1. OH or ROH. The general formula is ROH. This is the functional group. The OH is the functional group. Okay. ROH. ROH. OH is the functional group that is known as alcohol. If the R is methyl group CH3, then it is known as methyl alcohol. This is known as methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. If the R is C2H5, okay, C2H5OH, it is known as ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. Okay. Then classification of alcohol. On the basis of OH group attached to the carbon atom, alcohols are divided into three categories. First one is primary alcohol, then secondary alcohol, then tertiary alcohol. When the carbon atom attached to the hydroxyl group is bonded to only one carbon, here this is the carbon which is attached to the hydroxyl group, and that carbon is attached to only one carbon. That's why this is known as primary alcohol. Okay? When the carbon atom attached to the hydroxyl group is bonded to only one carbon atom, such type of alcohol is known as primary alcohol. Then secondary alcohol, when it is bonded to two carbon atoms, such type of alcohol is known as secondary. This is the carbon which is attached to hydroxyl group, and this carbon is attached to two other carbons. That's why it is known as secondary alcohol. And the carbon which is attached to hydroxyl group, and that carbon is directly attached to the three carbon atom, this is known as tertiary alcohol. This is the difference between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Okay? Types of alcohols depending on the number of hydroxyl groups. Depending on the number of hydroxyl groups attached, alcohols can be classified into three types. How many number of hydroxyl group are attached to a central carbon or attached to the central carbon. Depending on this type, the alcohols are also monohydric alcohol, dihydric alcohols, and trihydric and polyhydric alcohols. In case of monohydric alcohol, they contain one OH group, that is the example is ethyl alcohol or methyl alcohol. In case of ethyl and methyl alcohol, the one OH group is present and it is attached to the central carbon. Okay. In case of dihydric alcohol, they contain two OH group, two hydroxy group. Okay. They are also known as diols or glycols. If 2-hydroxy group is attached to the carbon atom in a molecule, that is known as diols or glycols. The example is 1,2-ethanediol, that is dihydric. See, two hydroxy group are attached to two carbon. That is known as dihydric. 1,2-ethanediol. Then trihydric alcohol, they contain three OH group. They are also called as triols or glycerol. Glycerol is applicable in various fields. In biochemistry, in organic chemistry, in medicinal chemistry. That's why you have to remember the structure of glycerol. And this is the structure of glycerin, very simple, CH2OH, CHOH and CH2OH. This is trihydric alcohol or glycerol. This is the chemical formula of glycerol. Example is 1, 2, 3, propane triol. Then polyhydric alcohol, they contain more than 3 OH groups. They contain more than 3 OH or hydroxy groups. The example is sorbitol. Here more than 3 hydroxy groups are attached to different carbon atom. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Here 6 hydroxy groups are attached to the different carbon atom. For example, glucose, fructose, sorbitol. In case of glucose, these 6 hydroxy group are there. Okay, these are the polyhydric alcohols. Monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, and polyhydric alcohols according to the number of hydroxy groups present on that molecule. Okay. Then physical properties of alcohol. What are the physical properties? The solubility of alcohol in water depends upon the length of alkyl chain in the alcohol. They are weak acid. They have higher boiling point than alkane, alkene and alkyne. Okay. What is the solubility of alcohol, different alcohol? What is the solubility? Okay. If we discuss about the solubility of alcohol, the solubility of alcohol depend on the attached R group or alkyl group. Okay. If we compare CH3OH, here the methyl group is the R. Okay. Then C2H5OH, then C3H7OH. As the number of alkyl group are larger, the solubility of that alcohol will be reduced. Okay, that has been written. The solubility of alcohol in water depends upon the length of alkyl chain in the alcohol. They are weak acids. The alcohols are weak acid. It is a very important question for NEET, for JEE, OJEE, for GPAT also. They have higher boiling point. Nowadays, the GPAT questions are arising from second semester, first semester also. But previously, most of the questions are arising from sixth semester, fifth semester. But nowadays, from the basic level, the questions are arising. From the organic chemistry, from inorganic chemistry, many questions are arising. But previously from medicinal chemistry, from pharmacology, many questions are arising. Okay, you are stronger from basic. From the first year you have to try GPAT. Okay. Then chemical properties of alcohol on reacting with active metals such as sodium, potassium, aluminum, they yield corresponding alkoxides, phenoxides and hydrogen. This is the chemical properties, means chemical reactions of alcohol on reacting with active metals. What are the example of active metals? That may be sodium, potassium, aluminum. Okay, and it will produce the corresponding alkoxides. 2ROH plus 2Na, 2RONA, that is sodium alkoxide. It will form the oxide plus H2. Okay, on reacting with carboxylic acid, acid chlorides, acid anhydride, they form the esters. They will form ester when the alcohol react with carboxylic acid. Okay, this is alcohol, it will react with carboxylic acid, then the ester will be formed, corresponding ester plus H2O. Okay, then alcohol plus acid chloride, it is acidic, this is acid anhydride, and it will form 2 molecules of ester, or one ester and another acid. On treating with protoic acid, concentrated H2SO4, H3PO4, they undergo dehydration reaction. This is the alcohol. this is alcohol and it will undergo dehydration reaction, means removal of water molecule. What is dehydration? Means removal of dehydration takes place समर सीजन में हमार होची ना डिहाइड्रेशन किंबा तमरो अधिक जदी झाड़ा होची पतला झाड़ा that may causes not that may causes dehydration, and at that time you have to take water with ORS, oral rehydration salt. Okay, this is the dehydration reaction. It is alcohol because there is elimination of water molecule. One water molecule will be eliminated out from the reaction. That's why this is the example of dehydration reaction. Okay, then qualitative test for alcohol. Qualitative test for alcohol, the following test may be used to detect the presence of an OH group in organic compounds. Okay, in the laboratory, in the plus 2 level, we have also studied the qualitative test for different salts. Okay, you have to identify the given salt by performing different qualitative and quantitative tests. Here we have to perform the qualitative test of alcohol. The following test may be used to detect the presence of an OH group in organic compounds. For these tests, what are the different tests? One is esterification test, sodium metal test, phosphorus pentachloride test, ferric ammonium nitrate test, acetyl chloride test. These are the different qualitative tests. Okay, first one is esterification test. The carboxylic acid react with alcohol forming the fruit smelling ester. The ester smells like a fruit. Okay, very pleasant smell is there. Okay, carboxylic acid react with alcohol forming a fruit smelling ester. The reaction between an alcohol and a carboxylic acid is called esterification reaction. Okay, this reaction is slow reaction catalyzed by concentrated sulfuric acid. The chemical reaction is given below. This is alcohol, this is your acid, and it will be converted to respective corresponding ester plus removal of water molecule. Okay, this is methyl alcohol, this is acetic acid, and this is methyl acetate. Methyl acetate is the ester, and this is liberation of one molecule of water. Okay, note a sweet smell indicates the presence of alcoholic group. Here a smooth sweet smell occurs, and you confirm that the presence of alcoholic group is there. The agent or the given sample has hydroxy group, and it will confirm the presence of OH group is there due to liberation of sweet taste. Okay, a smooth sweet smell indicates the presence of alcoholic group. Then number 2 is sodium metal test. Okay, it is based on the appearance of brisk effervescence due to the liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay, here for that test the hydrogen gas will be evaporated out. Okay, when alcohol reacts with active metals like sodium, the chemical reaction is given below. When alcohol is treated with sodium metal, have you seen sodium metal?
Yes, sir.
It can be caught by a knife or not? With the help of sharp knife, the sodium metal can be caught. Okay, and when you place it on water, a spontaneous explosion may occur. Yes, very good. This is your alcohol plus sodium metal, that is alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide is there, sodium methoxide, and this is known as sodium alkoxide will be produced, and the evaporation or liberation of H2 gas. The alcohol to be tested should be dry because water also react with sodium metal. Okay, the alcohol that does not contain any amount of water. Okay, why? The sodium metal also react with water molecule. That's why alcohol do not contain any quantities of water, because alcohol and water are also miscible with each other. You cannot identify it. Sodium should be handled carefully. Unreacted sodium should be destroyed by adding excess alcohol. This test is favorable if phenyl or carboxyl group are absent. Okay, are you understanding all? Carefully listen. Then evaluation of hydrogen gas cause a brisk effervescence indicates an alcoholic group. Then number C, phosphorus pentachloride test. Phosphorus pentachloride test. Alcohol react with PCl5. Okay. PCl5 is known as phosphorus pentachloride. Results in the maximum result in the mixture becomes warm with evaluation of hydrochloric acid gas. The given compound contains an OH group. The chemical reaction is given below. This is the alcohol. OH group is there. It will react with phosphorus pentachloride and RCl plus POCl3 plus HCl. The evolution of HCl gas. It is in the gaseous form. The evolution of HCl gas indicates an alcoholic group. If in this reaction the HCl gas will be evaporated or liberated out, you confirm that the compound which you are testing that contains hydroxy group. Okay. Then number D, that is known as steric ammonium nitrate test. Steric ammonium nitrate test. By the help of this test, you confirm that the test sample which you have to given, which is given to you, that contains the hydroxy group. By the test of steric ammonium nitrate test, alcohol react with steric ammonium nitrate, form a pink or red color precipitate due to the formation of complex compound, and that compound is known as ammonium nitrate. That is known as steric ammonium nitrate. Okay, nitrate, the chemical reaction is given below. This is steric ammonium nitrate plus this is the alcohol. Okay, and these are the compounds formed. And here the appearance of red precipitate shows the presence of alcoholic group. This is the red precipitate. This steric, this is known as steric ammonium nitrate. Steric nitrate, methyl alcohol. This is red in color. This test also confirms the presence of OH group or hydroxy group in the testing sample. Okay. Then acetyl chloride test. Acetyl number E, acetyl chloride test. These are the different types of tests to identify the hydroxy group. To identify the given sample has hydroxy group or the given sample is a type of alcohol. These are the different identifying tests. Okay. Acetyl chloride test. If the question arises, give 2 or 3 examples of qualitative test for alcohol. You have to write out of 3-4 examples. You have to write 2 examples. Okay, which may be suitable to you. Then ethyl chloride test. Alcohol react with acetyl chloride, results in the formation of ester and hydrogen chloride. The resulting hydrogen chloride on contact with the ammonium hydroxide forms white fumes of ammonium chloride and water. The chemical reaction is given below. First, what happens? Alcohol react with acetyl chloride. This is alcohol and this is acetyl chloride. Results in the formation of ester. This is an ester and hydrogen chloride. This is hydrogen chloride. The resulting hydrogen chloride, this hydrogen chloride that has been written here, the resulting hydrogen chloride on contact with ammonium hydroxide, this is ammonium hydroxide, forms a white fumes of ammonium chloride. This is ammonium chloride and it is white fumes and water molecule. The chemical reaction is given. The formation of white fumes indicates the presence of alcohol. This is another identifying test for alcohol. Okay, then we discuss the distinction between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. In your practical, 3 samples that has been given to you, you have to identify by performing the chemical test which one is primary alcohol and which one is secondary and which one is tertiary alcohol. By performing the different chemical tests, you are able to identify the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Okay, and the first one is Lucas test. Lucas test. What is Lucas reagent? The Lucas reagent contains zinc chloride and concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay, the mixture of zinc chloride and concentrated hydrochloric acid is called Lucas reagent. It is this type of question also arises in this test. Okay, Lucas test is zinc chloride plus concentrated hydrochloric acid. It reacts with primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol at different rates. Okay, the Lucas reagent reacts with primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol at different rates. This reagent form a cloudiness on reacting with the alcohol. It will form a cloudiness. Okay, cloudiness means this is cloudiness appear only on heating or clear solution is there. Cloudiness appears within 5 to 10 minutes and cloudiness appears immediately. This is known as tertiary alcohol. The tertiary alcohol reacts immediately and gives the cloudiness. The secondary alcohol reacts slowly and gives cloudiness after 5 to 10 minutes, and there is no reaction with primary alcohol. This is because primary alcohol do not react. Okay? This is the differentiation test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. The tertiary alcohols immediately form the cloudiness. Then you confirm that the given sample is tertiary alcohol. If after 5 to 10 minutes the cloudiness appear, then it is confirmed that the given sample is secondary alcohol. And if there is no cloudiness, the given sample is primary alcohol. And you can identify among the three which one is tertiary alcohol, which one is secondary and which one is primary alcohol. This is the differentiation test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Okay, this is the chemical reaction that has been given among the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Okay, with the primary alcohol, the example is ethyl alcohol. With the Lucas reagent, there is no reaction. With the secondary alcohol, okay, with Lucas reagent, there is the product form that is known as secondary butyl chloride, and it will take 5 to 10 minutes. That's why for secondary alcohol, after 5 to 10 minutes, the cloudiness appears. And for tertiary alcohol, the reaction is spontaneous. Simultaneously, the cloudiness occurs due to the formation of this compound, tertiary butyl chloride. Okay. Note, cloudiness appears immediately, that means it is tertiary alcohol. Cloudiness appear within 5 to 10 minutes, that is for secondary alcohol. And cloudiness appears only on heating, and it must be a primary alcohol. Then oxidation test, that is dichromate test also. It is also known as dichromate test. In the oxidation test, the alcohols are treated with sodium dichromate, Na2Cr2O7. It is a strong oxidizing agent which is applicable in organic chemistry. The two strong oxidizing agents are there. One is potassium permanganate, KMnO4, and another is sodium potassium dichromate, that is Na2Cr2O7. Okay, in the oxidation test, the alcohols are treated with sodium dichromate, that is Na2Cr2O7, in sulfuric acid. Okay, the rate of oxidation varies between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. On the basis of their oxidation rates, alcohols can be distinguished as the distinct test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. In this way also, this is the second method. This is another method for the differentiation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. For the primary alcohol, it will get easily oxidized to an aldehyde. Okay, the primary alcohol will be easily oxidized in the presence of sodium potassium, in the presence of sodium dichromate, Na2Cr2O7. Okay, the primary alcohol get easily oxidized to an aldehyde and can further be oxidized to carboxylic acid too. There will be a change in color of the solution from orange to green. The green color appears in case of primary alcohol. Okay, orange to green color appears because the alcohol is oxidized in the presence of sodium dichromate, and further it will be oxidized to carboxylic acid, and there will be a change in color of the solution from the orange to green. For secondary alcohol, it gets easily oxidized to ketone. For the secondary alcohol, the primary alcohol is oxidized to aldehyde. but the secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone. This is an important thing in organic chemistry. The primary alcohol is oxidized to aldehyde, but the secondary alcohol get oxidized to ketone. But further oxidation is not possible. Here, in case of primary alcohol, the further oxidation of aldehyde to carboxylic acid is there, but for the secondary alcohol, further oxidation is not there. Okay, further oxidation is not possible. There will be a change in color of the solution from the orange to green. Finally, the orange to green color change will be there. Then for the tertiary alcohol, it does not get oxidized in the presence of sodium dichromate. Solution will remain orange. In case of tertiary alcohol, this solution remain orange, but in case of primary and secondary alcohol, the color change from the orange to green. Okay. Thus, you confirm the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. In case of primary alcohol, it will be oxidized to aldehyde and further oxidized to acid, carboxylic acid. But in case of secondary alcohol, it will be oxidized to ketone and there will be no further oxidation. And in case of tertiary alcohol, there is no oxidation occurs in presence of sodium dichromate, K2Cr2O7. This is the distinguishing test or test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Okay, this has been given: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. In presence of Na2Cr2O7 or potassium sodium dichromate, it will be oxidized to aldehyde, then it will be oxidized to acid. Okay, acid, and the acid is orange, solution becomes green. In case of secondary, the ketone will be formed, the orange solution becomes green. But in case of tertiary alcohol, no reactions and the solution remains orange in color. This is a confirm or distinguishing test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Then number 3, Victor-Mayer test. Victor-Mayer test. Okay, Victor-Mayer method is one of the most important method of identification of alcohol. In this method, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols are subjected to a series of chemical analysis and the color of resulting solution is observed. The different steps involved in Victor-Mayer methods are as below. The alcohol is treated with iodine. In the Victor-Mayer method, the alcohol is treated with iodine in presence of red phosphorus to obtain the iodoalkane. Okay, and number 2, iodoalkane so formed is allowed to react with alcoholic silver nitrate in order to obtain the nitroalkane. And number 3, the nitroalkane is treated with nitrous acid, the mixture of sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid, and the resulting solution is made alkyl. By these 3 ways, the Victor-Mayer test can be performed, and the color of resulting solution is observed, in which the observations are: a primary alcohol gives blood red color, a secondary alcohol gives the blue color, and the tertiary alcohol does not produce any color. This is the confirmatory test by the help of Victor-Mayer test. Victor-Mayer test. Okay. What are the 3 steps? You have to remember all of these. Okay. Number 1, the alcohol is treated with iodine. First, it is treated with iodine in presence of red phosphorus. Only you have to P, red P, right, to obtain the iodoalkane. Okay, one hydrogen atom will be replaced. In that place, the iodine will be attached. That will form the iodoalkane. The iodoalkane so formed is allowed to treat with alcoholic silver nitrate, AgNO3. Alcoholic silver nitrate. Okay, alcoholic silver AgNO3 in order to obtain the nitroalkane. The nitroalkane will be produced in step 2, and in step 3 the nitroalkane is treated with nitrous acid. The nitrous acid is formed by the mixture of sodium nitrate and hydrochloric acid, and the resulting solution is made alkaline. Okay, and for the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol, the primary alcohol gives red color, blood red color, the secondary gives the blue color, and tertiary alcohol does not produce any color. And this is the presentation of Victor-Mayer. Primary alcohol, it will first for iodine and phosphorus, then iodoalkane, then AgNO3, then AgNO3, then nitric acid, it will form the red color, okay, then blue color in case of secondary, and in case of tertiary no reaction is there. Then the different alcohols, we'll study different types of alcohols. In your syllabus these are present. Ethyl alcohol, okay, it is also known as alcohol, ethanol, and drinking alcohol. The ethyl alcohol is known as drinking alcohol. The alcohol which you are drinking, that is purely ethyl alcohol, okay. C2H5OH or C3CH2OH. Ethanol in alcoholic beverages. Fuel is produced by fermentation. Certain species of yeast metabolize sugar, producing ethanol and carbon dioxide. By the help of yeast, when the sugar is subjected to yeast, it will produce ethyl alcohol. And this is the reaction. Ethyl alcohol, okay, C2H12O6, C6H12O6. This is glucose molecule. This is your glucose, C6H12O6. It will be converted to respective ethyl alcohol by the help of yeast, and carbon dioxide gas will be evolved out. And the uses: ethanol is used in medicinal, wipes, most common antibacterial, hand sanitizer, gel as an antiseptic. Ethanol kills the organisms by denaturing their proteins and is effective against most bacteria, fungi, and many viruses. Okay, coronavirus is there. Okay, sanitizer. At which class you are studied at the time of corona? 7, 8. Okay. Then uses: ethanol is used in ethyl alcohol increases the secretion of acid in the stomach. Okay. If silent please. Ethyl alcohol increases the secretion of acid in the stomach. If an individual who is consuming more and more alcohol, okay, he or she is suffering from hyperacidity, because the ethyl alcohol increases the secretion of acids in the stomach. Okay, if one is consuming more alcohol, then hyperacidity causes hyperacidity. Okay, and what are the other causes for acid secretion? Do you know? Stress-induced hyperacidity. If you are in stress condition at the time of examination, you are suffering more acidity. Yes or not? Why? Because the stress-induced hyperacidity. If you are in stress condition, then induction of hydrochloric acid is more and more. That is known as stress-induced hyperacidity. Okay? Then ethanol used as a central nervous system depressant. This small pack of ethyl alcohol, it will stimulate the central nervous system. Low dose stimulate the central nervous system, but high dose it will depress the central nervous system. Depression means nidya asibo. Au stimulation means path padhiba pai besi ichha ho. Tenu padhiba agru ଟିକେ alcohol consume karibo. Okay, alcohol में चा फाड़ी के पीबो तमरो चा is a very good CNS stimulant. Okay, चा coffee ये पीगी सब पाठ पढ़ियो. Okay, you do not use alcohol. It is an example of abuse, not use. Okay, these are the drug dependent or dependence producing drug. If one day you will take with interest, then it is a continuous process. Okay, you cannot liberate out. That's why it is known as narcotic drug or dependence producing drug. Okay, तेणु ये सब अभ्यास करिवो नहीं. Okay, okay. This is for today's class.